You're now tuning into the Florida Fishing Podcast and Show with co-hosts Tim Summer and Ty Nelson.
I don't care about the trash can. You get a free gift when you order boxes. It's a tabletop trash can. It was like a pretty good sized box, but obviously the time or something. It looks like it could have been like a bathroom trash can at first. And like you open up the box. You know what it is?
Throw a sticker on it.
This is for all your post-it notes, dude. You end up on your That's the best, dude.
Good,
File cabinets right there, dude.
good trash can there.
Just the guy
Call
suggestion
me
box.
post it.
All right, let's get this.
It's been recorded, so where are you cut
Oh,
on,
so we're
like,
going.
like,
We're good here. So that's when
18
the
minutes.
music pops in, right? And then, all right. So we are finally bringing it back, Ty. The Florida Fishing Podcast. Today we have some special guests with us.
Yeah, that's right. We're here today with the Flats Mafia crew. If you guys want to introduce yourself, we'll start down on this side of the table.
James Garrison, President, CEO, extraordinaire, started everything.
Justin LaFaro, and I don't know. I don't know how to follow that.
Bubba Bencourt, and I am the face and the body of
Face
the company.
guy. Face guy.
That's
Face
unfortunate.
and the body. I like that.
Like it.
I like
Unfortunate.
that. Well, we definitely appreciate you guys coming here today. Obviously, things were not quite ready when you guys got here, but we're kind of running on the fly today. That's how we always seem to be doing things. But you did put some questions together for the guys, so
Yeah.
I suppose I'll let you talk to them, Tim, and ask your questions. And
Yeah. So I obviously let out this exhaustive list of questions for you
I'm
guys.
still reading it.
Still reading it. Well, I mean, sometimes I just get way too into the details,
I
as
get
you
it,
can
I
tell
get it.
here. But yeah, let's just start out with the question of simply what is Flats Mafia? We've seen a lot of changes over the past few years, and we really would just want to know how it started. Just give us some background of Flats Mafia.
like, are you guys ganging up on guys like on the flats, and you're like, this is my spot?
is there an
Just put yours,
initiation
pushing them out?
process, or
I'm not really
some
busting
deal?
any kneecaps or anything.
That's good. That's
We're
good.
trying to recruit members, yeah. But we're not enforcing anything on anybody
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I think James would be the best to
Yeah.
sit for how it all started because he was the one
Who started it?
So
I was just joking when I said that earlier, but
No, it wasn't,
I did
actually.
start it, but it started out as me drawing a stupid picture in class, not paying attention, wishing I was fishing. I had a guy on a flats boat that looks like the one right up there, and a guy with a gangster suit on the front and on the back, thinking of a name for it. Just drawing and doodling in class. That's what I came up with, Flats Mafia.
Nice.
Started using it in a fishing tournament later on out of high school. And then in 2009, we finally decided to make shirts out of it because I made a sorry sticker out of flea market. My wife did. And it had that really bad snook on it, and it just had Flats Mafia on it. And I gave a couple out to our friends, put it on their trucks.
Nice.
People started asking for more of them. That's how it started. I finally made shirts and
And the
made a
rest
bunch
is
of
history.
bad decisions after that, yeah.
So how did you guys get involved with this guy?
well, we had mutual friends, me and James, and we actually took a trip. I think when we really kind of kicked it off, we took a trip down to the Keys. We stayed in the Real World house. A bunch of us did, but we were fishing kind of a little bit before then. And then little by little, I kept telling James, I'm like, man, I really want in. I want in. I feel like it can help. Finally had the opportunity to buy into the company, and I pitched to him trying to say that I will be the face of the company and try to hit it hard on social media. And we started doing that. Me and James started hitting it real hard. We were doing a bunch of shows. We were even traveling to shows out of town. And then we
Selling shirts.
selling shirts.
Yeah.
We were on a grind. It was
Yeah.
it was a big time grind with selling shirts and doing the shows. And little by little, the shows started to go down. They just weren't what they used to be,
Right,
and they weren't as busy, and it just wasn't working. But our vision was, when we were coming in, was the end goal was always TV. We want to shoot for TV.
Cool.
And a lot of other things happened in between that, with the radio being the platform to push us to the next level. And that's kind of how that all started with me and James. And it's probably going on now 10 years that we've been together, as as friends and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't even know when it was when I came aboard.
I don't remember either.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been about 10
Definitely,
years.
at least 6 or 7 years, I would say.
Gotcha. But to go back, so you guys obviously you started with this idea back in high school, and then kind of came to fruition when you started making stickers, and then eventually made apparel. And then when I met you guys were kind of in the middle of just cranking out the radio series, and I feel like that's where things really began to kick off with your radio personalities. I forget where we were at the time, but it's not where you currently guys are.
Yeah, that was at our first AM
phone.
station. Yeah, we were at 1010 actually. That's where we started.
Right.
Which I think was a great starting point for all of us to
It's a
get
learning
used.
curve.
Yeah, it was
Right.
a huge learning curve because when we went into the bone, we already had our feet wet with live radio. So it was a good stepping stone for us to get to there.
Gotcha. And how did you get to the idea we're gonna do a radio show? I mean, you're doing apparel. You're going show to show. You're selling apparel. Then all of a sudden, one day you're like, let's do a radio show. Did this fall into your lap? Did you guys go out there and try and actively seek this opportunity, or how did it all come together really?
The opportunity. I mean, with radio, it wasn't like they came out and said, "Hey, we want you guys on the radio." It was all kind of paid programming. So there was a spot open at 1010 and went and sat down at a meeting with them and met with them, and it was actually a pretty easy process getting involved with them. But as soon as we got on them, James was already looking light years ahead, and this station's cool, but we want to reach a lot more people. And then James was digging in and found a spot at the Bone. And the Bone's, the biggest talk radio station in Tampa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
In Tampa, it's majority of
It's
Florida.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
We have a story. We were in Target not too long ago. It was a couple months back. I think we were actually getting a lens for a camera or something. And we were just walking down the hall. We were wearing our hats, whatever. We got talking to one of the employees about, we're part of the fishing community here in Tampa. We have a fishing reel company, Florida Fishing Products. And they're like, oh, do you guys know, have you heard of Flats Mafia? I listen to them on the radio all the time. We're like, oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, we actually do know them. But that's pretty cool, though, that just random Target employee.
This girl did not fish.
Yeah.
I highly doubt she fished. I think she even said she didn't fish.
Yeah.
But she's like, Sunday
Just
morning.
enjoy
I
listening to them.
listen to Flats Mafia.
that's cool. It's crazy is that me and Justin we were doing some stuff when they had a boat show at the Tampa Bay Buck Stadium, and we were leaving and we were doing some kind of promo videos, and this girl walks by. She gets about 10, 15 yards. She turns around. She goes, I know that voice. And I'm looking at this girl like, this girl would never, ever, you're looking at her, not the stereotype of person, but she probably would only listen to 94.1. And she's like, that's Bubba. And she knew it by my voice, didn't even know anything else. And that's happened to me, since we've done radio. I've been in Bass Pro Shop just talking to people.
Right.
And they'll be on the other aisle, and they'll hear my voice, and they'll come over and say what's up, which has been pretty cool. Because, to
They
be
get a
able
couple
to...
selfies and everything with them, too.
Yeah, I'll give them the selfies if they want it. Absolutely. Obviously, it's got to be a long arm. I'm pretty wide, so...
I got to make sure I get my selfie with you after
Yeah.
this
Oh yeah,
is done.
definitely. Yeah, we'll do a double selfie.
Get a signed hat, something like that, or a signed shirt maybe.
I haven't worked on a signature, so I don't know. Hey, but I got plenty of practice up here to practice.
All right, there we go.
Oh man, awesome. Yeah, so radio is crushing it here in definitely the Tampa Bay area. I'm not sure how far that what the Bone is where. Just this
far.
Pretty far.
Yeah,
It reaches south of Sarasota, south
Okay.
of Sarasota, up into Homosassa,
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
from-
and into
Just
Orlando?
Just shy of Orlando, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a big part of it, Justin, I know we didn't get a chance to really discuss how Justin came in, but Justin came in, I don't know, wasn't that long, probably less than a year. But what, about a year? Yeah, probably about a year. But Justin was he was a huge supporter of Flats Mafia in the beginning. But when he came in, it was a big thing, because when it comes to radio, obviously you need sponsors, and Justin had a lot of contacts with a lot of big dealerships and stuff he was already working in. So he came in, and I call him the heavy hitter, because he came on board to help us out, kind of grow and progress on the radio with sponsors and stuff. And I think that's where he plays his big part in the company, doing that way. So
Definitely.
I met him in a storage unit slinging shirts. James.
Really?
Yeah,
So
before
that was
I became
when
a
he
guy.
was slinging shirts, or you were?
no,
He was. I was buying them.
Gotcha.
I didn't even know about it.
Gotcha.
I'm from
I ended
Homes.
up having the apparel inside that storage unit,
Yeah.
and that's where I was making them at that particular time. That's how we met. I was driving through paying the bill.
Yeah, I quit my
Gotta do what
normal
you gotta
job to become a fishing guide. which most of the time doesn't work, but it ended up working. So I was there because it would allow me to, let's just say, skip out sometimes, and
Right.
so it worked out. But that's how I met James and then Bub.
So how long have you been a full-time guide for?
About 3 years.
3 years.
Full time. Like I'm talking making my mortgage doing it.
Right.
Before that, another 2.5 years.
Gotcha.
So
And it's awesome you're able to leave your job and really follow your passion and make it successful and turn it into a living, you know?
yeah, it took a year of doing both,
Right.
which really kind of sucked, but it was worth it, you know.
Yeah, I was still cutting hair before I finally said, opened a barbershop, did all that, and failed at the barbershop because I didn't spend enough time at the business because I was fishing all the time.
Right.
And
Isn't there supposed to be a requirement you at least gotta like have some hair in order to cut people's
I'm bald,
hair?
so you gotta cut when you cut.
Got something in the front.
You
It's
know.
got hair, all right.
Yeah,
cut
I
it.
mean, if I was to grow my hair out, it's just terrible. So I just shave it off now. So this is my hair here. I keep it tamed and I shampoo and condition it.
He says that's still out. I don't know if you shampoo.
Smell it right now.
I'm not smelling your beard.
You can smell it if you want. But yeah, so I haven't been a full-time guide as long as he has. But it's definitely to be able to finally do what you want to do and what you love to do is awesome.
Yeah.
I will say this: one of the things that brought Justin on with us too is because to have another guide on the radio with us, because I'm not one, I'm not anything.
Right.
So to have two guys that do this for a living, it just helps with it. We had a flow together, so it works on the radio.
Right. At the end of the day, you can't just be mafia. It's Flats Mafia.
Yeah,
Gotta have guys out there on the water.
and it helps a lot. I mean, sometimes just the conversations
That's
with
the
me and
content.
Justin. Yeah,
I mean,
we sometimes go into the show. We don't have anything written down, but we know we both ran 4 times that week,
Right.
and there's tons of content that we can bounce off each other.
it'd be
Right.
stale though too. Like if all we talked about was fishing all the time, would be just like everybody else. So it's
Yeah,
I
we
like
mix
the
it.
cutting up. I like because it kind of makes it. Without that, it's kind of like
But-
what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's what we are. I mean, Flats Mafia. It's a lifestyle we talk about, but that's what we're going to bring to TV as well.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we're not going to be like every other show out there. We're out there having a good time. We're clowning. We do
Yeah.
fish,
Right.
but we're just it's an entertaining show.
Yeah.
Right. Before we get to the TV, that's the next big thing. But let's. I know you have a recent story. You're able to get out fishing with a Buck superstar, Tampa Bay legend right now.
Yeah,
recently,
Deshaun
so-
Jackson.
Oh,
I had an opportunity. I took him twice.
Right.
I just recently took him 2 days ago, but the first time I was telling him, I mean, it was like a day. The fish gods were with me. We went to the first spot, and within the first 30 minutes, we caught 5 monster snook between 30 and 35. I mean, that's
Spoiled
never
them. Absolutely
happened to
spoiled
me.
them,
Yeah, absolutely spoiled. That's never happened to me before. I mean, I went with James March 1st,
Right.
and we caught like consecutive amounts of slot snook, but these were some overs, and I was just like, I was blown away. That was our first spot. So I'm like, okay, good. Like now the stress is off.
Are you telling them the whole time, like, just so you know, this doesn't happen?
Oh yeah, I was telling him, I'm like, look,
this is a really good
yes,
day.
I kept telling him, I'm like, hey, listen, man, this does not happen all the time.
Right.
This sometimes doesn't happen to anyone the whole time they fish. So we went from that first spot, left there. I said, we're going to try to catch a redfish. Got to the redfish hole that we were fishing. Boom. He catches one, pulls it out of the trees. Believe it or not, halfway through it, like hands me the rod. Because he said he was getting a blister or something on his hand.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
man.
you gotta
Protect
protect-
this
So I
man's
said, I was like,
hands.
nah, man, nah, you can. And he was like, nah, bro, take it. So I grabbed it. I finished fighting the fish. Land this fish, it was like a 31-inch redfish. So at that point, we had caught a couple more redfish that were smaller, and we were going to go. I wanted to catch the slam. It was the first time I ever saltwater fishing. Let's go catch the slam. So we went, fished this spot up in Coburg, caught a couple trout. I think his slam ended up with like a 15 or 17-inch trout. But the funny part is, the next time we go fishing 2 days ago, he comes out with his receiver gloves on.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
He wasn't playing around this time, so he brought his gloves. And I kept telling him, I said, look, it's not going to be like last time. And, it's how do you tell somebody who's caught 30-inch snook already that you're going to bang like 30 snook right now, but they ain't going to be bigger than 25.
Right.
Luckily, we had a consistent bite, and it was fun, man. I felt like he was a little bit more comfortable this next time coming with me. He actually sat back with me, and we talked about a bunch of stuff, no football stuff. And I think that's his place is zen, his place where he gets away, and he really enjoys fishing a lot. So I know whether he stays with the Bucks or not. I feel like he'll be, anytime he comes to Tampa, he'll definitely call me. But he's a real cool dude, man, and he absolutely loves the fish.
That's an awesome
Yeah.
connection. It's
Yeah.
funny. The first picture you posted, actually, I don't think he had his gloves on, and then all of them after that,
All
he
of them
was
had
wearing the
the
gloves.
gloves,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so the first comment I made was, "Yo, tell that man to protect his hands."
Yeah, that definitely. I didn't want the reputation of him going back and drops a pass because he's got this unknown blister on his hand.
man.
So
gosh.
yeah, no, it's good. He came prepared this time. I thought it was pretty funny.
What's up?
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we've talked about the apparel, how that started, got into the radio, now TV. Tell us about it. This is I've heard a lot about it off air and stuff, how it's different, all that stuff, but this is an opportunity.
You want to know
just
how it came about?
how it came about and just what makes
what
it
is the
awesome.
show about as
Yeah.
well? Yeah, I mean, tell the people.
The show is simple to explain. It's just it's us fishing how we fish. That
So how do you fish?
So like Googans or
Or what we
we can be Googans at times.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
I think we all can. I think we
We
all
go
can.
out to
Nothing
have
wrong
fun.
with
It's
that.
not we're there to catch trophies, but we're there to just to get a tight line basically, and have fun while we're doing
Yeah.
it. It always involves. We have some liquid on board all the time. You know, we're having fun out there
Yeah.
when we're fishing together for fun, and that's just what we're filming.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of character driven because you get to, the first show that you'll see coming up this Sunday. It's kind of it's really kind of explaining everything in the characters, but everyone has their own little role in it. But it's really just a lot of just having a good time and cutting up on each other. What you would normally do when you go out with a group of your buddies to go fishing.
Right.
That's basically what we're bringing and showing, like, kind of the Flats Mafia lifestyle, what it is.
Yeah, so it's more of a lifestyle or culture-driven show rather
you go.
than
We're not hiring guides.
The fish aren't necessarily the main characters, though you guys are going to slay.
Yeah, and the best part about it is this: there's no script. There's no script. We have an idea. Our second episode that's going to air. We knew that we were going to go try to get redfish in the morning. We're going to scallop in the afternoon, but there's never any script. And these other shows might have. And that's Justin said. We don't have guides. We don't hire guides. I think our next episode we're gonna go up to Louisiana and just go do it ourselves. We might have a buddy with us that's fished out there before, but it just brings really a raw and uncut video that we're gonna. There's even parts in it where we're messing up and we leave it in there because it's
That's
fun.
reality. That's
Yeah, it's
reality.
fun.
That's what happens on
There's
the
a
water.
lot of it that we mess up. Actually.
Reality is a great word for it
Yeah.
because that's what it is. If we go out and we don't catch anything, we filmed it and it's getting put to air.
Right.
Right.
So we hope that everybody's entertained by just that because that's what it is. And if we, like you said, we slay the fish one day and the next day we could go catch nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
But we're filming
Awesome. No, that's cool. That's a really cool concept. And then you're not necessarily dependent either on catching a huge fish every single episode, whatever. I mean, it's the personalities and it's your guys' friendship and basically Flats Mafia, which is driving it rather than
Rather
the
than
same
having
thing
a
every
40-inch
time.
redfish, yeah. I mean, we're gonna. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna go to Louisiana. We're gonna bang some of those fish.
I would
but,
hope so. Yeah.
yeah, it's not totally about that.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to be a part of it, really.
Yeah.
Because I was.
There's no pressure as a fishing guy at that point.
Well, it's fun,
Right.
Yeah.
Not that being a guide's not fun.
I think we bring the best.
Sometimes it can be.
Yeah, I think we bring the best out. Everyone brings the best out of everybody. Especially like, for instance, his nickname is Homosassa Halsey, and he got that nickname while we were out there filming. And you'll later on find out, we tapped into some things that he don't normally act like that.
So that's your Easter egg right there. That's your Easter egg.
Oh, yeah, that's
Well, we had to edit a lot of that out for some sports though.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe we can send you some raw footage
Yeah.
personally so you can see it.
We'll throw it up on the whiteboard.
We have plenty of those.
He showed Keith.
Yeah. We showed
That's awesome.
the owner from
You're
No,
gonna have to.
Jeff
You're gonna have to
Shokey.
send that over to us. I definitely want to.
Yeah,
check
because
it
so
out.
we
Yeah.
and that show was
We had a mansion, and we were, we were doing what we
15,000
do.
square foot house.
You
We had
know,
the
we were
music
scalping.
living in the
It was
moment.
my hometown. We were scalping and red fishing.
and we were
Everybody was
drinking
there.
since 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, we can throw that out there, I guess.
I didn't say what we were drinking, but we started drinking at 8 in the morning.
You gotta
And-
hydrate.
Yeah, you gotta hydrate all day long.
That's right.
Gotta
Yeah.
stay
It's hot out there
It's
on the
hot.
water,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially in the summer in Florida, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro.
That big storm
So it
water.
It was
We
good.
did a little cooking in that episode too.
Yeah, we did. We did like, I mean, we
Oh,
did it on
jeez.
purpose to do like a little cheesy cooking show.
That's what's up.
You know, but that
It's
was
cheesy.
Well, it's cheesy, but it's
you know,
funny.
we did it, but it's funny. You know what I mean? And that's what we want to bring. Like, you know, we want to have that. We don't want the cooking show in every show, but you know, we introduce it, and then maybe a couple shows later, you know.
I do have a little Easter egg for you. On the
Okay.
second episode, which is not this week but next week, when we start the cooking with Bub on there, you guys have to pay attention and really listen to what he says through the whole segment because he screws up 50 times and nobody's going to catch it. But if
No
you
one's
really
gonna
listen
catch
to it, you'll
Oh,
pick
it's
up on all
terrible.
of them.
There's not one complete sentence.
Oh, it was
You're
just
supposed to go with that word.
But that's like I told you. I'm not reading anything. Everything that I do on camera is off the top of the head.
There's words you've never heard of.
Yes, I mean but it's
Make it up on the
funny.
fly.
Yeah, it's on the fly, and yeah, I mean there's stuff throughout the whole show.
Yeah, we never stutter over our words here.
Yeah.
Never happened once.
Doesn't happen. So
No.
we're not familiar with that, but hey, that's all you guys.
So, real quick, obviously we got you three here. We got James and we have Justin and we have Bubba. But there's two more or three more that are also on the show,
There'll
right?
be 3 total.
Three total.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're in and out. I mean, you always have us 3 probably
Right,
Okay.
right.
on every episode.
Mhm.
I think Justin has already missed one, but we're in keys for that.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna have every single
I'm
person
not
on
missing
every
that
single
next year,
show.
by the way.
There's
Sleep
there's
in the
3 or
car.
4 of us on one. There might be 6 on the next. It's just
So the
Whatever
other
you
3
make
that
it,
are
whatever.
missing is Jeff, aka the Ginger, aka Uncle Red. He's the businessman.
Crooked
And
Toe
then-
McGillicuddy.
yeah, he's got his 2 front toes, literally go northeast and southwest, whatever. But he got and Jeff was one of the original guys that started with James. Those 2 were the original. But Jeff doesn't. He's a shy guy. Doesn't really talk that much.
Right.
I think you see the most that he's talked so far is on the second episode.
Oh, he'll talk
Of course,
on his phone.
yeah, on his phone. But
Strictly business.
Jeff
Yeah.
likes it. You'll see Jeff get animated and stuff when it has to do with stuff with me doing something crazy and possibly getting hurt. That's what pumps Jeff up.
He's like the producer.
Yeah, and he's like he's like as soon as he heard about some kind of rope swing, he's like but he's gonna do it.
That's gonna be
You know, and then he's the first one to just laugh at you getting hurt. So that's Jeff.
Sounds
And
like a
then
good
you got
friend right there.
then you got Troy. We call him Abuelo because he's the oldest out of all of us, and he's there. He's there to make sure things are somewhat safe, and he's
Troy.
also that same guy where if you go on his boat and you break down and end up on the island, you can live for 3 years because he has everything inside his boat in different
Man comes
compartments.
prepared.
Yeah,
It's actually true.
It's really true.
Yeah.
And then you have Paige, which is the hurricane.
The hurricane.
Yeah, she literally can walk into the radio show 30 minutes late and turn it inside out by her walking in. And all she really cares about is flipping her hair in front of the Facebook camera.
And making sure her face is on
Yeah,
camera.
making sure her face is on
I
there.
was gonna say, you
true,
know,
too.
we got Paige, this young beautiful girl, and then there's you guys.
Well, you gotta
What was that
always
supposed to mean?
You gotta always have. And listen,
How'd that
at
work
the
out?
end of the day, if you watch commercials, you watch movies, sex sells. Paige is a good-looking girl. She's a good-looking girl.
We couldn't cut
What
it.
what better thing to have to throw into the middle of our chaos is a good-looking girl that actually knows how to fish.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's the key thing there.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
knows how to fish.
We vetted her before we brought her aboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't just put a bikini on and hold this fishing rod.
She doesn't
Yeah.
get a pass though, just so y'all know.
Yeah,
we
she
let her
don't get a
have it.
pass.
Oh no, she's a firefighter.
She doesn't get a pass.
No, she's a firefighter.
She's
She
one of the
already
guys.
knows how to hang with the guys. So I'll tear her up. I mean, I'll tear her up like I tear up either one of these guys. It don't matter. If she comes into the radio show one day looking rough, I'm gonna let it be known.
Yeah, she came in last time trying to crack some jokes and
I'll take
God,
off.
Didn't last long.
that went took a left turn
Yeah,
for her.
she's
Took it like a champ though.
yeah, she did. She'll take a couple. So yeah, that's the whole crew. We try to have everyone together. But like I said, you know, James said it's mostly you'll definitely always have us 3, and we'll try to get everyone else involved when they can make it. You know.
Gotcha. So real quick, what are the next few episodes that are coming out? For one, I guess when does it air?
It's this Sunday.
This Sunday is the
This
first.
Sunday
Sundays
at
at
8:30 Fox Sun Sports.
Gotcha.
So our first show is kind of like an introduction.
Okay.
kind of explaining like
It
kind of
is.
what we
The
did.
total thing's an introduction.
Yeah, it's
Giving
a-
you backgrounds on
Cool.
all of us.
Yeah. 8:30 a.m. or p.m.
AM.
Okay.
Yeah, 8:30 a.m. And then our second episode, actually, believe it or not, it's called Homosassa Halsey.
I didn't know that until I was looking at the
Should be proud, man.
the
the
TV at the guide. I'm like, Jesus.
So
You put that on TV.
Here we go.
Yeah.
so that one's done. We got one more done. What's the third
We're
one?
going to do the Key West episode will be the third one. Then we're going to do some replays
Okay.
of the first three.
Mhm.
And then we're going to, by that time, we'll film the last.
We'll have
Tampa's got to get done.
Tampa
we have a
being
Tampa
there.
one, but
Okay.
yeah, Louisiana will be in there. And then I'm trying to get these guys. I want to go to the East Coast, but I just heard there's some red tide that showed up. So
Yeah. Yep. I need to wait a little bit there.
Yeah, so
might just go down south, maybe call up on Maggio and do a mullet run or something.
yeah, run that
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Gotcha. So one more time for the people listening, where can they watch this? Watch your first episode coming up on the Sunday.
Fox Sun Sports. I want to say for sure on Spectrum it's 31. What are you using for your cable? DirecTV.
Yeah, it's like 726, but I'm pretty sure it's
It's the
726.
same channel Tampa Bay Rays play on.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Lightning play on. Y'all can find it like that.
Yeah.
8:30 a.m.
Fox
this
Sun
Sunday.
Sports. That's all you need
8:30,
to know. Literally says Fox Sun Sports.
Yeah.
On the TV guide.
And it's actually on there now, so you can set your DVRs and
Yeah, if you're looking for
Yeah.
something to do before 8 o'clock, you tune into our radio show.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah.
and then put it on TV at 8:30 and leave us alone on. Because the show is during our radio show, which
Okay.
was we
You
weren't
guys are
happy about.
you're 8 to 9, right?
it's a
Yes.
radio show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flats Mafia. I mean, Sundays are for Flats Mafia and football now.
Well, those who are
That's it,
driving around, we'll listen to you guys on the radio. Those who are
At home.
at home, we'll watch you on TV.
DVR saves
Work
lives.
out all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool. Yeah. So let me get this straight. You actually got on a rope swing?
I
You
got
wanna-
tree swing.
He fell off.
tree
of it.
I'm gonna correct you. You did this when you said that rope swing. It was like that.
There was no pendulum-like activity.
Yeah, you.
There's
He's-
He got on it and fell in the water.
There was a
Going into
More
this,
like that.
guys, I just want to explain something to you. I don't have any insurance at the time. So I had to be somewhat a little bit careful. And let's just say my liquid encouragement wasn't at the level it needed to be to give you the best. Now, if I would have lifted my legs up 3 or 4 feet, I might have got a
number
swing.
one.
in
You're
that.
not lifting anything 3 or 4
But
feet.
well, you'll see in the show, this rope swing had 7 to 8 FG knots tied in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
okay.
4 or 5 ropes.
It's a
tied together.
recycled rope swing.
Okay.
So, yeah, James did it. He actually, I think there's a part in there. James actually got some air, slow mo.
Nice.
You did. Paige actually did it halfway decent.
Nice.
Yeah,
I wasn't getting on that tank.
Paige is in there in a one-piece mankini.
yeah,
Swinging
same
on the
color
rope.
right here.
With army
Pink
boots.
mankini.
Yeah. So yeah, we just teasing a little bit, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Cool.
And like I ended the first episode at the bare minimum. If you like fishing or you don't, at the bare minimum you'll be entertained.
Cool,
So
man.
That was part of our goal when we were doing this. Is we want somebody who doesn't even fish to want to watch the show. That's why we tried to make it character driven and not the typical show that's already been out there for 20 years and there's 5 of them on every
Yeah.
channel. So we're trying to do something different, make it like you said, character driven, reality based. That's our theme.
yeah, you don't even have to be a fisherman. You could still be entertained.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, we can grab all kinds of audience.
Right. It's a much larger audience, just the fishermen, but
This
it's
is-
nice to see something
We're just
different.
here to
Yeah,
break
it's a
up the
breath
monotony.
of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. We're excited about it. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I know everyone else is excited about it. There's been some good buzz on Facebook and all that stuff, and
People are helping us out
it's
on there.
cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're
we're
getting some
hoping to help you guys out here.
We'd like
as
to
well.
say thank you to Florida Fishing Products for
Yes, absolutely.
allowing us to help do the show. You guys
Yeah.
are a big part of it as well.
Absolutely.
We're
It's
glad
our
to be a part
pleasure.
of it.
Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. And yeah, so we're a Tampa-based company. You guys are a Tampa-based company, and I know we love our city, and I know you guys do too. So for those who live in Tampa, but also those who visit Tampa, what are some go-to restaurants and bars and breweries, whatever? What are your favorites, guys?
Club's probably got this one.
Well, first and foremost, if you're looking for a good brewery, definitely Big Storm Brewing Company is a good one. When it comes to food, and you want to go to one place and have several different options, I definitely recommend Armature Works. There's restaurants in there that I recommend. It's Hemingway's. Another one's Impamama's. Another one's Gray's. And then you guys have there's one right down the street from
It's
you
the
guys.
hall down here
Yeah,
is good.
the hall on Franklin's amazing.
If you're on the water,
This is
Hula
where we
Bay.
go all the time.
Yeah, we
Hula
host
Bay,
our,
yeah.
we do our meetings after
Yeah.
fishing trips, in between fishing trips, Hula Bay,
Yeah.
on the water, great vibe. They have a great reggae band there.
I literally ate there 3 times in 24 hours
Yeah,
just because I'm there all the time.
yeah.
I mean, and I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah.
Talking in the last
It's all
24 hours, you ate.
Yeah, I had a meeting. I had a meeting when
You
I
had a trip, you had a meeting, and then another meeting.
yeah.
That's what it was. Because
So
I
you
met you
just and then a trip yesterday afternoon. So I had, by the way, those tuna nachos are fire. I had those
I've been there a
twice
few
yesterday.
times. I've been there a few
Tuna
times.
nachos.
Yeah.
Blue Bay's great.
Nachos.
They're great people. They're good to us.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
and they got great stuff.
And if you guys don't have any plans, October 26th, we're going to be
Should go
co-hosting a Halloween party,
Hulu.
Right.
a Halloween.
Hula
And
Wing.
so, and they're actually they're going to be couples contest and solo contest for dressing up, and we're actually trying to raise some prizes and stuff for that. So that should be fun. My cousin's DJing. They're decorating the whole place. It's going to be pretty awesome. But also coming soon is the Boozy Pig on Cypress. It's my one of my personal best friends. He's a craft butcher who is going to offer the meat raw,
Nice.
believe it or not, and offer cooked sandwiches, Italian sausage, chorizo, bacon, all kinds of stuff.
That sounds
So
good.
that's going to be
He's actually helped us out on some Tightline Tuesdays.
yeah. He's donated food and stuff.
And
So-
all his stuff is always gone. I mean, it's legit.
Were we
Yeah.
eating his food at the what is it, little general store down the road when we did the Flats Mafia there?
Was that
Or
him?
was that
Was
something
that
different?
him,
It was
or
some
was
kind
that
of
just-
barbecue we had.
No, that was their own.
That
yeah,
was
it
their
was
own.
actually
That
that
was
was
their
Seminole
own.
High School. Yeah, that was-
Seminole
that
High
was-
School, they do their own
That's pretty
food.
good.
He's done a couple events at a couple different places. We had Tightline Tuesday at where he brought up pulled pork and all kinds of stuff. So
He does
he's
a
got
great
a great
job.
menu, and he's been working at it for a long time. And this place is getting ready to open up right on Cypress at the old Cypress Market. So
That reminds me, are there any new Tightline Tuesdays coming up here soon?
we took this month off. I think we're going to be looking in November.
All right.
And
We've
probably
had,
going to
we've
be
had a lot going on.
Yeah,
you
guys
might,
been busy.
it might,
You
it might,
guys
only,
have
it
been
might have
busy.
to because we leave to Louisiana first thing in November. So
it probably will be at Hula, I'm thinking.
yeah, end of
We all-
November.
We pretty much do them now at Big Storm and Hula Bay.
Gotcha.
Two great venues, one on the other side of the
Yep.
bridge and
Mhm.
one
Breaks it up.
literally on the other side of the bridge. So it does break it up.
Yeah. So I mean,
Cool.
but
Late November, maybe.
yeah, we got to think you got the holidays and stuff coming up, so could get a little tricky. But
We got the Christmas party.
yeah, we're going to be doing a
planned.
Christmas party, which we raised
Better get on that,
a
actually.
ton of toys
Right.
last year for Metropolitan Ministries, and that was a really awesome event.
Yeah, I gotta say, you guys do a wonderful job. Just loving on your city and just getting other businesses involved. I think you guys just do a phenomenal job with that. First and foremost, before anything else. But the radio show is great. The Apparel is great. The TV show is going to be great.
Yeah.
And so I think everybody's excited for that, and we really appreciate you guys coming in today. And obviously, we already talked about how we can find you on TV this Sunday at 8:30 a.m. on Sun Sports. But how else can we find you guys on social media?
Flats
Flats
Mafia
Mafia on
Fishing,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Okay.
Flats Mafia on Instagram, and
We don't do too much Twitter. I'm not gonna lie there. We don't mess
Yeah,
with that.
we
too
don't
much.
You know, the fishing industry doesn't like Twitter. Do
I don't
Twitter.
get it.
It's just.
Too political for us? Or
I think it's
something?
political.
I
Is
don't
what
get
it
the
is,
Twitter
yeah.
thing. Instagram and Facebook.
all it is basically you take whatever you put on Facebook and Twitter. I mean, on Instagram, it's just a link that you end up clicking on.
Yeah.
It's,
You Twitter
I mean,
it out.
yeah, you tweet it.
Tweet it.
You
Tweet
do
it.
a tweet.
Tweet it.
A little tweet action.
Tweet.
But
Anyway, the tweeter is no tweeters.
Facebook and Instagram, man.
Facebook and Instagram, we try to do Instagram stories and all kinds of stuff. So
Awesome. Cool. Last
after,
word.
After our shows on the, hopefully after the show airs, we're going to be able to put, I have to speak with the network on it, but we'll be able to put our previous show on our YouTube page.
Cool.
And then it'll be on our website as well, so
Yeah.
flatsmafia.com.
That'd be
that's
awesome.
what you
Get
can
every,
get.
everything we
on our
do
site
there.
and-
Yep.
There
All that
are a
stuff
bunch of
too.
cool videos already on our YouTube channel, so go check those out too.
Yeah, subscribe to the
Some
YouTube.
stuff you won't see on TV.
You can kind of see how we grew too,
Yeah.
from 4 or 5 years ago, starting some of these little mini videos. They're about 5 minutes long, and you can see how they start to get better as they go. And
And that for you, if you really want an idea of what our show's going to be about, that kind of
That's the
gives
concept.
it, yeah,
anyway,
kind of
right?
slightly gives it a concept of what we're doing. So
Cool. Cool.
we're excited,
All right.
man.
Awesome. Well,
Thank you for having us.
yeah, thanks
Yeah,
again
thanks
for joining
for-
us, guys. Really appreciate it.
No problemo.
All right.
You got any Easter eggs for them?
Yeah.
No, I forgot to write. I was
What's
going to write
next for Florida Fishing
Yeah,
Products?
tell me.
Yeah.
We got Seafoam green braided fishing line, a new pair of pliers, potentially rods, and who knows what else.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
when are the 6,000, 7,000, 8,000s coming?
Man, that's the question
That's
of the year right
question of
there.
the
That's
year.
the question
Yep.
of the year.
No, we're working on the whole reel. Yeah, we got some stuff in the works. I don't want to give too much information
got you.
out
Alright.
as far as the
We're trying to pull
the
it out of
reels
people.
are concerned. I'm not gonna give too much away there. But yeah, like Ty said, we got seafoam green line coming out, which is gonna be
That'll look pretty cool. on your
super
reels.
cool. And
Yeah.
then a pair of pliers, and then we're talking about the rods. We're not
Still debating it?
We're still
Yeah,
debating
we
it.
work with a lot of small local rod companies, and they do a phenomenal job. Like, and honestly, for us to come in to try to compete with them, for one, it's not
difficult.
good for business. It's very difficult, and it's really opening up a box of worms. You know,
Yeah.
reels in themselves, we have a lot of warranty and just real service that comes in. On a regular basis. So
Keeps
you
you
throw
busy.
rods in there, that's a whole
That's
other
a whole
ballgame.
You
So,
gotta hire more people.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so
Right
but
on.
yeah, things are looking up though.
Well,
So,
congratulations
Good.
on the growth, man.
Oh, we
Yeah.
appreciate it, guys. We definitely do.
all right, there it is.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
See, that wasn't too hard.
That wasn't hard.